Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being, American, and YouTube Ronin. Would like to welcome you to the other side of midnight. Already in the chat, Enigma Severus, JP RPH1, of the smoldering new avatar Netters Network. Ugh, this guy again. Branch, just keep an eye on him. He's trouble. Something dark side, last call, something, I don't know. The reason why I know you're all here since corner. Yes. Okay. Connie Cleary in the house. Check out Connie's second channel, Fluff Chick Productions. Joining us from the future, Sashi. Joining us from the other side of the pond, Shadow of the Raven. Friend of the channel, Darth Plato. Emoji Queen, Lady Mist. My Stalkerazzi. News of her death have been greatly exaggerated, Lady V Elements. Yeah, I'm getting in trouble. we're that's going to be later in the show. Blah blah. Mark Malikoff. I bet you're all wondering who I talked into this. Right now, each and every one of them are going, Jesus, just shut this guy up and get on with the show already. Jeez. I got you. So annoying. Why do I keep coming back? Faithful Blue Wrench, the bird woman of YouTube. Check out her second channel, Fluff Chick Productions. Ladies and gentlemen, Connie Clary.
Heidi ho!
Host of Friday Night Last Call, co-host of Geeky Geezers, and live from Sparkwood and 21, Troy Pacelli.
Heidi ho!
Yes. Damn, he's loud.
We're back.
Want to make sure everyone's still awake this side of midnight.
Indeed.
More ways than one.
All right. My co-host on Monday, mystery movie. I said that wrong, didn't I? You're fucking fine.
Darth Plato loves this opening tune. He heard it the other day in an elevator. That's because I think Deleted Scenes is getting syndicated. It is now being played in an elevator near you.
Yes, we'll be playing to 6 people on an airplane. The second feature will be Metal Storm, the destruction of Jared Sin in 3D.
Nice.
Oh,
Jaredson, speaking of sin.
yeah.
Oh, yes. The reason why I know you're all here, my co-host for Mystery Movie Night at the Regal, Sin's Corner. When I can get the damn buttons to work. There we go.
Hello, it's good to be back. Thank you.
She's
for
a mite
having me.
better looking than I am.
What? You look pretty sharp with that fedora.
Well, it's not a very high bar. Let's be honest.
All right. My partner in crime, the toxic gunslinger himself. He who has so generously allowed me to co-host 2 of his shows with him. Action Theater and Western Cinema presents, ladies and gentlemen, Jedi Bill.
What?
Wake up,
I'm killing zombies. Man.
I heard the keyboard.
Yeah, on my phone. Yeah. Oh yeah, crush him.
Get him!
So,
yeah.
Damn gremlins.
Say what you will, Polly rocks a t-shirt on against love. Okay.
There we go.
He likes those
I know.
hats.
He does.
He wears them for real. In real life.
All right. I would like to thank everyone for joining us here tonight. We are simulcasting on a number of channels. We're also on Rumble. And we are on Twitter as well. So you have no excuse for missing the show.
That's for sure. Yeah.
None at all. In fact, everybody should be seeing this right now. We will be taking over. You can't stop the signal.
There will be a quiz at the end.
Yes.
I guess I better pay attention.
Anyone who is not a fan of Twin Peaks, get out.
Okay.
Anyone who...
I guess I'll
Don't-
see you later.
I was just gonna say we're losing the ladies, dude. Don't do that.
All right. Anyone who is not a fan of Fallout, get out.
Oh, I
No.
don't know.
did
I
you
haven't
say
seen
Twin
that.
Pines Mall?
And
Yeah.
mine's Mall.
That's Lone Pine.
Don't.
You killed my pine.
Unless you're locked in a safe room watching a beautiful multi-screen camera system. Oh no!
Hey, Matanui.
Did you ever have the feeling like you was being watched? Oh, we are being watched, actually, by, as of right now, 23 people. So,
Oh, nice.
share out the screen, the screen? Or the screen. share out the
Can you talk
screen.
today, Deleted?
Green or screens?
It's late, isn't it?
You know, someone said
I
something
know,
about
bet it has.
someone said something about rum. I'm kind of wondering what Deleted Scenes has been drinking tonight.
Right?
All
What?
right.
I took a few sips of whiskey before I went on. So.
You almost have to if you're coming on with
Deleted
us,
Scenes
right?
is the dull boy that has no fun.
I have not been drinking. I have not. I'm okay.
There you go.
This is a very professional program.
Oh, I tell you, we're so
I do not have alcohol in here.
Oh, you need more practice with the booze. Lightweight.
Take over. I'm in the bag.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh my gosh. In fact, Mark up here was saying if it involves Troy and alcohol, I'm here.
All right. I am letting the chat get a hold of get.
And yes, Matanui
Right.
Twin Pines is a Back to the Future reference.
I am letting the chat get.
Boy, when you die at Deleted Scenes channel, you really die at Deleted Scenes channel.
Wow.
Okay.
He can't handle his rohypnol.
Okay. Oh, that, yeah, Levy, of course. All right. Everyone needs to be sauced these days to deal with this stupidity.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
No, you're not wrong. We were talking about a whole bunch of things on I almost said Deleted Scenes on Geeky Geezers. Couple fairly spicy rants, and it wasn't just me ranting either. And it's a jungle out there. Disorder and confusion everywhere.
And then everybody comes to this show to relax.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that. That's what I tell people as I go through the week, and I say, this next, and this one. You end the weekend with Deleted Scenes, The Other Side of Midnight, kind of a way to wind down, relax, before you got to go back to work.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there is just one problem with that. And
What's that?
I have brought all of you together here tonight because I know one of you is a murderer.
God damn it!
What?
I
We
found
all
that
are.
again. I'm heading somewhere.
I see this like ending like the movie Clue. It could have happened this way or this way, but what really happened?
We all did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Murder on the Orient Express. Go on.
What if I done it?
No
How can you
spoilers.
tell me that I was wrong?
Lady V says, I prefer the term selective assassin.
Yeah, that's right.
I was nowhere near the set of Rust that day. I
Yeah,
promise.
right? Exactly. Well, apparently that's enough to get you convicted. That's exactly what happened to the what do you call it?
Armorer?
The armorer. She wasn't even on set, and she's responsible and guilty and going to jail.
Mm.
So that's hardly an excuse in this case.
Yeah, I'm going to be going into that next week on Unscripted because I found out this whole story about the
Flames on the side of my face. Oh, that is one of those Hollywood scenes. It's just a classic. You can't reproduce that. That is just genius. I can see her in my mind's eye too.
What was that from?
Clue. That was
it's been ages
Madeline
since I've
Kahn.
seen. Oh yeah. It's been so long since I've seen that movie.
Oh gosh.
Mark said, Russ, don't get me started. And yeah, I'm going to be talking a little bit more about it next week on Unscripted. They're trying to get the some of the evidence thrown out, and apparently some dumbass at the FBI decided to whack the murder weapon around with a hammer.
Oh gosh. Pop culture minefield. I heard Alex is getting ready to shoot his next film maker.
Hey, if you're feeling up to it, Gary, let me know. I'll drop you the link. Let me know in the chat. Samuel Proctor says that's the difference between 80s improv and 2010s improv.
It's almost even hard to laugh at that. It's so true because it's not just about the talent of the people doing the improv. There's also the director editing it and saying, man, that's gold. We got to go with that. Or, yeah, whatever. Just do whatever you feel like. Which is what it seems like, in the aughts,
Yeah.
I've been found.
Like says, yeah, the whole 2A community is making fun of that stupid stunt. Yeah.
Well, but it's not just the fact that it's a 2A case. It's a legal case that between that and so many other cases that we've been talking about recently, it is eroding hell. It's completely nuking the public faith in the judicial system. I mean, it's all a farce. It's very clear that there is a two-tiered justice system. I mean, there is no justice if you are on a certain political side, or if you have enough money, or if you know the right people, which I guess has kind of always been true in history. I mean, oh, hey, Big Al.
Yes, Big Al has joined us.
I just woke up.
Oh.
So he's all fresh for the show.
I literally, my eyes popped open. I thought, I wonder what time it is. 3:34. Oh, that's okay. I know. Let me go ahead. Let me get my headphones and see if
There you go.
So I'm here. How's everybody doing?
Good.
We're doing
How about
good.
you?
Not bad.
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good.
Wide awake, anyway.
Well, for now, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
Right.
see.
We'll see how long it lasts. Right. Exactly.
Yep.
And I see that Mike's DVD and Blu-ray collection is here.
Yeah, all right,
The
cool.
question is Mike here? Oh,
Mike's
gosh.
collection. Do you have a few words? You're wide asleep. I should just change,
Wide asleep.
I should change the name of the show to Wide
Good one.
Asleep. I just should.
It's a good one.
I'll have to use that later. All right. Well,
It's like, well,
that's
when
it for the
you're-
show. Good night. No.
when you're an old man like me, and
Right.
and you're listening to something called Geeky Geezers, next thing you know,
Yeah.
you're waking up, because you have to go pee or something.
Yeah, it's the song of my life, right? I talk and people have to go to the bathroom.
Alrighty.
Oh no! You put me to sleep.
I see. Okay, well, either way.
Let's get the order right.
Okay, first you fall asleep, then you go pee. Oh, that's not good. That is not good.
I tire easily. Like I said, I'm an old man, so
I get it.
I've lived the hard life. I'm like Indiana Jones. It's not the years, it's the mileage.
What the hell's a Red Hulk?
All right, and hello and welcome to the panel, Gary. Pop Culture Minefield.
Hello.
Hello.
Uh-oh.
You are muted, sir.
I'm just kidding. I'm just.
No, I'm not. Oh, we get silly this time of night, don't we?
You do.
I'm
And I will not help
I'm not even going to remember this in the morning.
The other side of midnight squares. I like that. Well, that makes Jedi Bill Paul Lynn. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's my Pauline laugh.
How many of the Braves are still standing?
Yeah.
Oh, hi there, Sammy. Oh.
You got to be old to get those references there. Paul Lynn, 70s.
Those were the days, man.
Right?
Match
Right.
with Richard Dawson.
The deleted bunch. That makes Bill Alice.
We've got Sin D, so that'll work.
Okay.
Hey, my daddy called me Sue, so I had to go get tougher and make my windscreen, man. Don't call me Sue, don't call me Alice.
And don't call us late for dinner.
Everyone is here.
I like the new
He's coming.
choice of gay colors. Deleted. I feel
Okay.
welcome.
Sashi is putting a fine point on it. So
Oh, am I going to have to do this now?
yes, you are.
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Oh,
Gotta.
fucking righty. Okay.
You mentioned it on half my stream on Geeky Geezers. Now you got to tell the story.
Okay. It's not really all that complicated. It's not like dirty or anything. I had the opportunity some years back, and this is before all the Trump stuff came out, whether you choose to believe it or not. I met Stormy Daniels at what was effectively kind of a convention type situation. And
What kind of convention was it?
No, it was the second appearance. You know, it wasn't
An entertainment convention, right?
It wasn't, and it was not an adult film thing. I mean, the only person who
Oh,
was
that's
there
no
who was
fun
adult
then.
was pretty much just her. Now,
Stick with that story. Go with it.
all right. So, long story short, I
Lady
chatted
V,
with her
lies.
for- lies.
Lies.
Here's Courtney. Okay.
Where's the pictures?
No, I did not. It wasn't like that. Okay.
No pictures?
There's one.
All it takes is one. That's all it takes is one.
It does.
Okay, the look on your face.
I know, right?
He's red. He's all red.
Picture so we know it happened.
Like he had her sign his dick, and when it's limp it says Stormy Daniels,
Oh, wait,
but when
it's
fully
one.
erect it's the entire Constitution.
I was just gonna say, so glad I got to meet you, Deleted Scenes, Stephen Otten. It was a true pleasure. Love Stormy Daniels. Hope to see you again sometime soon.
Okay, pardon me while I whip this out.
Oh no!
Present it.
I'm still waiting for this story. Let's hear it.
Anyway, I met Stormy Daniels. I got to talk to her for a few minutes. Got the idea that maybe she wasn't exactly not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed.
Yeah.
To say the least. Let's just put it this way: her saying something in testimony and then going back on it later on isn't a surprise.
I mean, and she doesn't even have to be lying. I'm not sure she is keyed into reality. Just my opinion.
Yep. Maybe not. So yeah, I mean, if there was anybody who was expecting that story to be something untoward, no.
No, I'm just
really.
like wondering what else you were going to share about it.
Yeah, I was actually super disappointed in you, Stephen.
I was absolutely.
I was expecting, a certain sex tape to be on your shelf.
There you go.
It seems like we're not going to get that.
No.
2 girls and a
It's
pup.
gone to only.
Well, maybe not with Stormy Daniels though. There are a lot of whores out there.
I mean, I would be lying if I didn't say I had something that had Stormy Daniels in it. I'm just saying I am not in that.
That we know of.
Yeah.
It's called his
Get
basement.
chord music.
All right.
Darth says, does this
I
sex
am.
tape have deleted scenes?
I am contacting my lawyer, Al Bendover, and
Bend over. Oh God.
Okay. Okay, Christoph. First thing, thank you for being here. Unfortunately, it's in the middle of the story.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right.
I once met Stormy Daniels, and that's pretty much it. Now everybody is having fun at my expense. Oh no, at least $69.99, Lady V. $69.99. I am gonna be so fucking fun. They're gonna take me off of YouTube. My poor channel. I'm sorry. I confess.
They won't do it. If
Every
you tell them
10
that
years, I
you're
meet
just
someone
an
who's
older
vaguely famous.
lesbian. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Just
Wait,
tell
what's
them
this
you're
about
an old
lesbians?
lesbian.
What's
Did you
that?
say something about lesbians?
That when he's got his hair cut like that and his glasses on, he looks like an old lesbian.
Oh, he's actually kind of right.
That's all you gotta tell him. That's all you gotta tell him, dude.
Yeah,
He'll back off. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
man. We had no idea.
Not the fun kind of lesbians. Right?
No. Oh, we have a backdoor reference. Backdoor reference.
Ah.
And of course, it's Putin's cat.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
The cat that's always Putin.
Hi, Christoph.
Yeah, Christoph is here. I'm sorry, Christoph. I got to get Christoph on here one night.
Yes, absolutely.
I really
Most
do.
definitely.
Yeah. Hey, I think we got room for one more. Christoph, if you want to jump in, let me know. I'll DM you the link. He's innocent. Watch him on other streams. Me or Gary?
Yeah, come on in. We still need Cindy and Bobby in here.
Yeah, we do.
It's a Brady Bunch Hollywood Squares.
So, do you know this from personal experience, V, or? No. Okay. This is taking a turn.
I
Oh
know.
my
What
gosh.
in the world did I agree
Wow.
to join tonight?
I know.
And thank you to Joe's Atmosphere for $1.99. What's up, ladies, gents, and old lesbians?
And old lesbians. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, let's get off this one. I open
As
my
lesbians
mouth,
go, he's
my
still
foot
better
in it.
looking than Rosie O'Donnell.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Well, yeah.
I agree. Okay. Darth Plato says, I was at Blockbuster. Someone dropped off a tape from a different store. It was Pamela Anderson's sex tape. The
Yeah.
next day, the tape was missing from the drawer. There was even an investigation.
Oh my.
Oh, for crying out loud. It wasn't all that.
It really wasn't.
No.
No.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, I agree with you, Pootie. It's kind of like in the old Batman show when they'd show the villains and it was just a little bit skewed so that you knew that they were evil. They were crooked.
Oh.
That's
Evil and-
what do they call that? The Dutch angle or something like
Is
that?
that what that is? I don't know. It's just the one that worked out best for my setup.
Yeah.
There. So that's what
Yeah.
I've.
I think
stuck
that's what
with.
it's called, the Dutch angle.
Okay.
Dutch angle.
It's from German Impressionism.
Oh. Okay.
And
Why
there
would anybody
there
want
is
to
the
do
extent
an
of my
impression
film.
Germany.
Yeah, exactly.
Then shouldn't it be the Deutsche?
We would like to start another war. It's time.
Yeah.
Let's invade Poland.
The Germans, yeah.
Yeah, when we were young, deleted scenes. You remember those days back in the 80s.
Yeah.
That was like one of the going jokes from World War II. What was Germany's favorite pastime? Invading Poland.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Jawohl. Did you guys ever see that? What was that? Wasn't it Robot Chicken? They did a series of it was Little Hitler, and it's all these kids in a classroom representing the leaders of the different countries, and little Hitler steals everybody's desks or whatever. Give them back. No. The only one that's left sitting there is the United States, sitting there with a bomber jacket and dark glasses. Hey, this isn't my problem. All of a sudden, the little Japanese kid comes over, knocks over his lunch, and he goes, now this is my problem.
Oh man. All right.
And the
I'm still in
Equalizer.
the middle of doing
Okay,
artwork,
check.
guys. I just wanted to stop in and say hi to everybody.
Oh, hi.
Oh, right on.
Hi.
So
It's good
I've
hanging
got
out
to
with
get
you.
back to doing artwork. Yeah, I'd like to do this more, man. Fuck. Let me know when you're going to fucking broadcast. If I'm awake, I'll drop in.
Oh, absolutely, man. No problem. We don't get a chance to hang out as much because my schedule keeps fucking changing. I keep
I
missing
know.
your shows.
And
You know.
what I've done is, I reformatted to where Keith can talk about news on Thursday.
Mhm.
And Fridays, trying to plan out shows for discussion, just impossible with my work schedule. So, because I'm always working on a comic book or a movie art. And so I'm like, I'm going to stop doing it. And I want to be more proactive and positive. So now Fridays is about classic and good TV shows.
Mhm.
While Saturday, of course, is about really great movies. Even though this weekend we did Fallout.
Yeah.
A great panel discussion, by the way. I had 3 guys that are experts.
All right on.
And discussing, the game versus the series, what they got right. It was a really good discussion. But I want to keep TV shows to Fridays now.
Okay. Cool.
So when you're free again, yay.
All right,
But
yeah.
until then,
I'll
Troy,
jump in.
Sin, Jedi Bill. I'm tickling
Yo.
Jedi Bill right now. You feel it?
Hey, I got my pistols ready to.
Is that Connie
fire.
Cleary?
You
Yes.
see?
Is that Connie? Oh, hi, Connie.
Hello.
And then Big Al Presents. It's good to see you guys. Deleted. It's always good to see you, my friend. I'm going to
to see
bounce
you.
out here and get back to doing some artwork. Everybody
All right.
have a positive, productive weekend.
Thank
All right.
you. Hope
To
you
you.
do too.
Yes, working on Vindicated Inc. Check out the trailer over on Gary's channel. Really looking forward to that when he's done with it. All right. Let's see. Yes, the Equalizer joined us in the chat. Did Anti-Derivative Jill join us as well? If you're here, Jill, hello.
Sorry we missed you.
Yeah, sorry I missed you in the chat. I've not always had the pleasure of looking at your content since I'm very busy with this part of my life, but I appreciate your contract. I always listen. Kudos to you. Right on. All right. All right, let me scroll back up through the chat. And hello to everybody I might have missed in chat. I know Thade's here because there must be one cephalopod in every chat. I insist on it.
Always.
All right. Says, my favorite is when they spoof the Nazis and become the dictators of Moronica. yeah.
Moronica, yeah.
Right on.
I always like
Okay.
the what was it oh god, I'm so tired. What is it?
The Three Stooges.
No, it's Mel Brooks.
Oh, right. Springtime for Hitler, yeah.
Yeah, that I always enjoy that when he does the what's this like? All I want when Hitler's like, all I want's a little piece, just a little piece of Poland, a little piece of France, a little piece of. And he just starts like naming all the countries off.
Don't be stupid.
right.
Be a smarty. Come and join the Nazi party.
A little slice of turkey. A little,
Christoph! There you are.
What a line for a guy named Christoph to come into the chat on.
Yeah. I was born in Dusseldorf, and that is why they call me Wolf.
The funny thing about that, so everyone gives me heck about my name.
Uh-huh.
Frozen.
Uh-huh.
And what they don't realize is actually there's an even worse story behind my name.
Oh.
So my mother's name is Christina, and she wanted me to be named after her. So she was like, well, what's a male Christina? So she looked them up and she found Christoph. Seemed like a random name. She liked it, and that's what she named me. And would you guys like to take a guess at what the name of Adolf Hitler's favorite poet was? Yeah. So
Not really.
I'm stuck between a Disney movie that I can't stand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Adolf Hitler's favorite poet.
Yikes.
Yeah, but
Nice.
there's Christoph Waltz too. He's cool.
Yeah, okay.
That's who I think of when I hear the name Christoph. So
There's also Chris Christopherson.
there you go.
Yeah, but no, that was the most perfect timed intro I think I've ever had in a video. So what are we actually talking about here?
I have no
I
idea.
Well, believe it or not, I actually did have a few topics to hit, and of course, Sin is here and Al, and so you get us together talking about movies and whatnot. That could be a show in itself. Unfortunately, I derailed us
With Stormy
we got
Daniels.
all crazy.
on
Stormy
another
Daniels.
broadcast because I went and opened my mouth and
Yeah, Stormy Daniels does have a tendency to derail things.
damn it.
Or get
Christoph,
railed. I mean,
your
either
mother
way.
You can't be Christine. My mother's name's Christine.
Yeah.
Why'd you say that name?
It is so weird being on the outside here because, like, I'm usually the guy who mentions random stuff that no one knows, and I'm just sitting here trying to figure out who the hell is Stormy Daniel. Drink.
Google her.
No, don't Google it. Don't Google it, especially not from work.
Well, not
Yeah.
for work. No.
I shouldn't.
Ain't nothing more.
And not when your mom's around.
Oh, I just realized my mom could be watching the show.
Oh, there you go.
Oh boy.
See, the fortunate thing is I know my mom
And
is
you
like
bring out the
asleep by
fifth.
now. I know my mother's asleep by now, so I'm good.
There's video on demand.
Valid point. But I was not advertised, so I mean, there's no telling that I was going to be here.
Well, no,
Honestly, I literally
nobody was advertised. It was no. I just wanted to get as many people together as I could. I did have a guest that I was hoping would come on tonight. Unfortunately, it was a little late for him, so that couldn't happen. We might do an afternoon thing later in the week, but yeah. So I went from having a guest to not having a guest to let's just invite who I can.
The
and
whole
see who
panel, yeah,
jumps
exactly.
on. Yeah. So
I mean,
yeah, no worries.
never works, right?
Yeah.
And honestly,
So,
I literally just walked through the door getting home off of work.
Oh, nice.
So
Cool.
I still have my work shirt on even. It's funny, I almost got on camera without my hat, and the last time I did that, somebody screamed out between blind, so you're welcome that I had the forethought. Yeah, no, my grandfather cursed me when I was very young. I made fun of his bald head, and he pointed out that he lost his hair before he was 35. I am 35. And I can't go outside without a hat anymore.
Yeah. That's why hats are important. So, a little piece of trivia. I just looked up the IMDb page for Stormy Daniels.
Oh no.
You know how many movies she's been in?
Many.
169.
Of course.
Oh god.
Of course.
I kid you not.
I completely believe you.
I would say that's a coincidence, but I mean, it's just too perfect, you know?
There's no such thing as a coincidence.
Yep.
There's just conspiracies you haven't uncovered yet.
Exactly right. Everything is connected. Everything is connected.
There are
Always in
1,000.
one.
Mm-hmm.
There are 1,000 groups, organizations, and clubs, and you're not in half of them.
I don't want to be in Stormy Daniels' club. I really don't. I don't want to be in Stormy Daniels' anything.
I was gonna say, you're a married man, dude. You should want. You should.
Even if I was single, I would not want. No, not even with your pole arm. Mark Malikoff. That's what she said.
I was just wondering who was gonna take it. Yep, there it is. Thank you, Mark.
And I am convinced the Equalizer is in another chat right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure who he's referring to. Hi, Dale on movies.
All right.
I don't want to sound.
Movies is here. Thank you.
I don't want to sound mean, but did Equalizer have a stroke when he typed that out?
What are you? I think he's tried to say hoping for in cinema for 20.
Well, that's fine, but I didn't know that Jill was in the chat here. I haven't seen a comment from her.
See her.
She's not on my channel or anything. I'm just.
She's not in mine.
See, I can't even see the chat. I'm
I know she's
in the
online.
studio thing.
Okay.
Yeah, he yeah, oh, he's addressed her. So I'm not sure.
Right. Yeah, oh, no stroke.
Not yet anyway.
Not yet anyway.
Well, let's hope not ever, okay?
Yeah.
Christoph, what were you saying about conspiracies we haven't uncovered yet?
Go for it.
You can't prove a damn thing.
There is now the ability to mask your chats in social media.
Yeah. It's funny, you know. Every day there's something new, weird going on social media and AI and stuff like that.
This is what happens when you cross the streams. This is why it's dangerous. This is why they say don't do it.
This is why I don't work with children or animals.
Well, some nights it kind of feels that way, though.
I apologize. Names I confuse. No worries, man. No worries.
You're good. I'm just wondering who's Jill.
Yeah.
I almost said anti. Is it antediluvian, Jill?
Antiderivative.
Antiderivative. Yes. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I was gonna say she's from before the flood. No.
Yeah. No, there's a Star Trek show that she does, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
I thought. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew that.
Maybe he was making comments to me, but was typing the wrong name. So I didn't. I don't know. So if that's a question for me about in cinema for 2025, oh my gosh, I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now.
And it usually when you do the it brings somebody's name up, so that implies
Whoever's
that
in the chat, yeah.
maybe she hasn't commented and she's lurking.
Oh, whoa.
There's your conspiracy, Christoph.
We got lurkers. Yeah, no.
As opposed to LARPers, which is what we have at our colleges. No.
Oh gosh. Oh, for crying out loud.
Are we going there? Because I feel like I should be allowed to go get a Tom Collins if we're gonna go to that.
You know, I kind of wouldn't blame you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I was in college 30 years ago and I saw it starting then.
Yeah.
I never dreamed it would get this bad. I really didn't.
That's bad.
How about the Fantastic Four, Darth Plato says?
Fantastic Four.
That's actually happening?
It is.
I'm not being cynical. I mean it.
No. He makes a great point, and I was kind of getting at this I don't remember if it was this week or last week on Geeky Geezers. All of these films that are getting pushed out to 2025, you do have to put, a question mark there or a little asterisk, because I do wonder if they're getting pushed out that far, are they happening? I even had this conversation with Boomer about Snow White. I said it's entirely possible they've pushed it out. They said they're pushing it out because they have to do reshoots. They're basically refilming all of Snow White. And honestly, they should just take it as a write-off like they did with Willow and so many other things.
I'm much more interested in seeing the Daily Wire's version.
Right? You're not wrong.
See, here's where I'm gonna make everyone hate my guts, but I'm gonna be honest here. Oh, I hope they release it. Please.
I get what you're saying. No, I get what you're saying, Christoph. I agree with you, but they're not. It's already clear they're not going to release it the way it is.
Oh, yeah, but I'm saying, no,
spend the money, let them burn, that kind of a thing.
I'm on no one's side anymore. I just want to see the coolest train wreck possible.
There does get to. You're right. It does get to a point where it's like, let's see what they do this time. It's like watching Jackass.
We have royalty. Paulie is here.
Hey, Paulie.
Hi, Paulie.
Paulie, let me know if you want to jump in, and I'll send you the link.
It seems like it's gotten even harder to make a good film these days. I mean, there's always been dealing with the studios and the pressures and the commands from on high, but now it's like they've ratcheted it up to 11.
Yeah,
throw in all the DEI on top of it, and it's like, well, forget it.
Yeah, it's funny because actually, I've kind of recently decided I need to go back to drawing board for just my YouTube channel. I couldn't even begin to imagine being a studio.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And personally, I think part of it is pride. They don't want to admit that their movie stars aren't movie stars, and that their chef boxes aren't actually making anything good.
Yeah.
And they don't want to have to admit that they need to go back to the drawing board. And personally, it's like, you know what? I'd love to watch you keep hurting yourself. Come on, bring it on. Give me Snow White. I mean,
it really is. It's gotten bad, and they've taken such a hit in the stock market. Even I think a lot of people are having some buyer's remorse, kind of wondering why they went with Iger. But you know what? It's their money to lose. Netter and I were smart. We sold our stock.
Yeah.
I don't like to hate watch. Because I don't like to get annoyed when I watch a movie. I want to enjoy it. So if I know something is going to, if I know something is going to piss me off, and I know I'm not going to like it, and I don't have to watch the movie to know I'm not going to like it. All I need is some people that have seen it, and they talk a little bit about what's in there. Sometimes I go to the Wikipedia, I read the summary, and I'm like, nope, I know I'm not going to like this. Pass.
Well, I think I found my spirit
and
animal.
I don't like to watch a movie just to piss on it for clicks on YouTube. That's not. No. I mean, some people that's what their channel is focused on, because negativity brings in a lot more attention and clicks and all of that. Like the live stream I did the other day, movies we hate that like most everyone else seems to love. That is like one of my highest. That is probably my highest viewed live stream, and I wasn't even doing it just like to create content. That was just a topic that came up, and it was like, wow, that's so interesting. That's the live stream that brings in the most attention. And maybe I could take the route of, I'm going to go watch this movie that I know is going to make me angry, but it's going to get me a lot of views. I just don't do that. I go see a movie with the hope that I'm going to enjoy it, and if I don't like it, I'll tell you.
Exactly.
What
Thank
we-
you. That's always been my philosophy. I go into every film going, I really hope I like this.
Yeah,
Because what's the point?
I
What's the
don't
point of
like to. I
watching
do
something
not
if you-
like to
if,
watch
you know-
something that's gonna annoy me. I want to like movies are escapism, for enjoyment for me, and some people like to watch bad movies to laugh at them to whatever.
I do
don't.
feel that a lot of people share that feeling, even if they couldn't articulate it that well. I mean, I've said this many times. This is why I'm not watching Star Trek anymore. It's why I'm not watching any of the Star Wars stuff anymore, because
Yeah.
it was getting me so angry, and it bothered me so much. And I'll tell you, my flashpoint for it was when Netter and I were watching The Walking Dead. And both they had this season gap, and it was left on a cliffhanger. And when they resolved it, they broke from the comic book, and then they killed two characters that shouldn't have been. One that they had just saved, and another one in a very gruesome way. And I'm like, I'm no longer watching a zombie series that I enjoy. I'm watching torture porn. And I'm not enjoying it. And Netter said, I'm just watching it because I thought you wanted to watch it. And I'm like, well, then we're done. We're done. You know?
I stopped
What-
that a long
what's up,
time
Christoph?
ago. That show.
I have to say this, and this isn't meant to be a dig at you, but it'll probably sound like one. You say this is torture porn, and we're not even liking it. In comparison to other torture porn, that
Well, no, that's a valid point. That is a valid point. Because we are talking about a zombie series, right? So yeah, I mean, I would expect violence, I would expect death, and so forth. But there comes a point where there's just nothing redeeming anymore. There's nobody surviving. And I'm like, all we're doing is, just being miserable from this show. There is no hope. There is no for us, there was no enjoyment anymore. I said, we just got to stop. And then, I don't know, a couple years later, somebody on a stream was talking about the show, and I'm like, that show is still on?
There's like 4 spin-offs of it now.
Oh my
there's-
gosh.
Yeah.
What is there?
Yeah.
There's Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
There's
The Rick show, the Daryl
one?
show.
Yeah, Daryl. Rick has one.
There's the one with the kids.
Negan.
There's the one. There's one.
Negan's
where
one,
they're, the dude with the baseball bat. What's his name?
Yeah, Megan.
Negan.
Yeah.
No,
He
yeah.
has his own.
He has his
Friggin-
own show now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
It's on. It's Dead. It's called Dead City.
Dead
Oh,
City, thank you.
okay.
And
There's the
only
one
reason
with
I know
Stormy
that-
Daniels.
Probably.
Go back to that again.
I don't even know who this Miss Daniels is. and I
Oh,
bet
you are
there's
so
a-
lucky.
There's a Walking Dead show out.
I think he protests
I
too
hereby
much.
resign.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you don't.
And,
but okay.
I resign and I turn over. I relinquish command of the show.
Well, okay, that's fair.
All right, we can party.
Well, it's not like we weren't before. I mean, it was kind of slapdash.
This show got started off the rails.
He invited me on.
Basically.
Sin, you should know by now.
You know what? My biggest mistake. I give him deleted scenes the controls to my channel, and I don't have the control to his. Damn it!
Ah,
I'm getting the raw deal here.
See, I would abuse that to hell and back. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh yes.
Your 50th show, which I was bummed that I couldn't. It wasn't in the cards for me that day. Your 50th show was on track and decent. I listened to it the next day. Now it's like now that I'm back, it's like what the hell? is going on with this conversation?
Wait, Darth Plato says Stormy Daniels is the gift that keeps on
Keeps
giving.
giving.
Yeah, the gift that nobody wants.
Oh man.
Would it be inappropriate to say it's the gift that keeps coming?
If she's
Now,
lucky.
you said so. You do know.
See,
You do know who she
I
is.
put two and two together.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did not Google this, but
he
I-
figured it out from context. Wink,
Yeah.
wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more. Say no more.
Yeah, that show is going on. That show is.
Yeah.
I stopped watching it not long after Negan
Yeah.
showed up. I got so
Well-
tired of the recycled
Yeah.
stuff happening.
See, that's
got
kind
boring.
of where how I feel with season 3. I watched season 3 and I felt like this is the same routine that they had in the previous one. They find some place they think is safe. It
Yeah.
turns out it's not safe.
Yep.
A named character dies in a really random,
Gratuitous way. Yeah.
gratuitous way that doesn't actually do anything, and then they have to leave said safe place.
Yeah.
That literally ever since season 3, I looked at it and was like, it's the exact same story.
Yeah, and someone got into like a bit of a spat with me on Twitter about that because they posted something that someone basically mentioned like what you did. It was basically rinse and repeat is what it ended up being. And he didn't like that. He was like, oh, well, but a lot of shows have the same sort of theme and formula. A lot of stories are like movies and shows and what. Yeah, but this is The Walking Dead and it just keeps like... It works, but only so much. And yes, there's a very similar formula and storyline that you see throughout lots of different things, but it's in a different world. It involves different people. It's a whole other thing. And when you've got that happening again and again and again in the same bubble, it wears thin. Really
I wonder then if maybe all of this Walking Dead stuff is like some sort of a meta reference. Like it's a zombie show and the people watching it are zombies. You know, and it just the same thing over and over again. It just keeps plodding along and plodding along.
It just won't stop.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
like a
it's
zombie.
obviously
Where you live,
bringing
Troy?
in
I'm coming to
enough
your house.
attention.
There you go.
I'm gonna get you.
Eventually.
I've always been.
I've never watched any of it, but I'm kind of glad I haven't.
Well, the first couple seasons were really good.
Well, the first couple seasons were kind of following the comic, and I realized I was watching it because I enjoyed the comic. And it's like,
novel.
well, yes, exactly. I may as well just go back to the source material. There's nothing here for me, and that's when I stopped. But and I think we see that happening with all of these franchises because they're all dying and they're not making money and people aren't watching them. Shocker, right? I know. Imagine that.
Well, I mean, you can't really blame us. They've gone out of their way to say that this isn't our Star Wars. This isn't our Star Trek. This isn't our
Doctor
He-Man.
Who. Doctor
Yeah.
Who
Our
wasn't made
Exactly.
for.
Yeah.
You would think
Far
that
be it
at
from
this
me.
point they would have learned, from, if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. A year later, well, the industry's really contracting and we're all very concerned. You don't say. You push your audience away, you stop selling books or whatever you're selling, and you go out of business. Shocker how that happens.
Yeah. No, I just recently started up a secondary channel where I play games. And here's the thing. I made the controversial decision to start playing Fortnite, which people either love or hate. Let me say this. Whether you like Fortnite or not, please, please, please watch my video. I absolutely want you to come to my channel. Tell
Yeah,
me you hate Fortnite.
yeah.
I'm fine with that. Come on over. Everybody is welcome here. Even if you don't like it, I want you here. And with that, I am officially smarter than 90% of the people in Hollywood.
Exactly. That's exactly right. It's amazing when it's like a breath of fresh air when a celebrity, just doesn't say anything stupid, is nice to the fans, right? Doesn't insult anybody. That's a surprise and a shock.
The irony is that on my gaming channel, I actually play a character who's incredibly mean-spirited and constantly insults people.
Yeah.
No, my editor,
Well,
the Bishop,
there you
even
go,
was saying,
Sashi.
like, dude, you went so hard on this poor kid that you were playing with. Like, I had to edit out a whole bunch of stuff. I was like, it's the character. I have to be in character.
If this is
not nice.
If this is not a rhetorical question, I would say that it's yes. It's writers, it's producers, it's everyone involved in the show when they go out and promote, in quotes, promote the show and say stupid stuff that push people away. It's the financiers, the BlackRocks, the Vanguards, and the whomever,
mention them. Are we going to all suddenly lose internet access?
I don't know, because, so many people do talk about them now, and I haven't heard any problems about them in a long, long time, so.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm on a list somewhere by now,
Oh, at this point, I'm proud of it.
Yeah, franchises, that's the real Walking Dead. You're absolutely right. These franchises are the franchises we knew in name only. A friend of mine, not following me on YouTube or anything like that, asked me, why do these companies buy these IPs and then completely change them? I'm like, well, I've spent the past couple years talking about that on my channel and other people's channels, but the simple thing is they're cultural vandals. They want this thing because they want the name, but then they want to, treat it like Marx, completely destroy it, and recreate it from the ground up in their likeness.
There is something I would add to that, actually, if I may.
Okay.
It's also, to a degree, I'd almost say not naivety, hubris. Because you have to understand, so many of these companies are controlled by executive suites.
True.
Who essentially inherited
right
their positions. They don't understand. It's not that you say the word Star Wars and suddenly there's $1 million in the game.
Right.
They didn't understand that. They thought they could do anything and make anything and just put the Star Wars label on it, and there you go. It's going to make $1 billion in the box office, and that's not how any of this works.
No, well, okay. To a degree, though, it is. The theory is sound, okay? Buying Star Wars should have been a formula to print money, okay? But it takes enough wisdom to say, gee, I don't know anything about Star Wars. I just know that there's a lot of people that spend a lot of money buying Star Wars stuff. So let me buy Star Wars, including the talent. You guys just keep doing that thing you do and writing me the checks. But that's not what they're doing. That is the problem,
Yeah, and I agree with you. I'm saying that, but you had I'm going to say it. You had this class of people come in not understanding what they were holding in their hands, and they didn't know how to use it. And worse yet, these were arrogant people who have never been told no. They've never been told, Mr. Iger, you can't do that. Mr. Iger, a dark side user couldn't use the Force to just freeze a blaster bolt in midair. That's not how the Force works.
Yeah.
No one's ever stopped and told him that.
Right.
No one's ever told Kennedy no.
Right.
And because of that, it spiraled out of control. And again, it goes back to what I was saying. They're so arrogant. They can't admit that they don't know what the difference between a Sith and a Jedi are.
Right. And, well, they have no concept of good and evil. They're moral relativists, so there's that element too. But there's also... Huh?
I would argue they do fully understand good and evil. It's just that they're on a different side of that.
Okay, yeah, that's actually an excellent point. Good point, Christoph. But the other thing I was going to say too is that the people you're talking about, they don't care about how much money this thing makes because their paycheck is not dependent on whether or not the film is successful. They make their money up front. See, and therein lies the problem. And the people in the boardroom are the same way. They don't own. We just found that out in this past what do you call it? Election that they had.
Proxy war.
The proxy war, yeah. We find out that Iger doesn't own a lot of stocks and the people sitting at the table don't own a lot of stocks. Well, there's your problem. They don't make any more money if the company makes money, so they just don't care. And the people that do care are even more removed from it and going, hey, what's going on here? Why aren't you making money? Okay, you say you got a plan, we'll vote for you again. Well, after the last earnings call, they're having some buyer's remorse, it seems. If there's still a company next year, I expect the Trian Group to own Disney.
Well, at the current trajectory, I could probably buy Disney by next year, the way it's going.
You couldn't afford the debt. See, that's the thing that people forget. When the stock is so devalued, it's not like the company is solvent. You could buy it for pennies on the dollar, but now you have all this debt that you got to pay off.
Yeah.
Now, the fact is, you could probably do a better job of making it profitable than they would. You might be able to turn it around. That's not a gamble I'd make. Oh, go ahead.
That's the thing that happened with the CW, because
yes.
they sold CW for $5 in a bag of Funyuns. But
he's almost not joking.
That's the sad part.
But
it wasn't worth the Funyuns.
There's also the hundreds of millions of dollars in debt because nobody was watching their programs anymore.
Yep.
And they essentially did a Disney on themselves, and I would rather watch a CW any CW show than anything Disney does now, but that's not really saying.
And that's saying, that's not a
That's a big statement.
I would rather pluck out my nose hairs than watch a Disney film.
Yeah.
Ew.
Just checking to see if you were awake, Al.
Could I just go and?
In fact, I was about to address that, and I just wanted to thank Deleted Scenes for inviting me, but I'm going to head out because the eyelids are starting to get real heavy.
Troy drove him away with his gross talk.
Yeah, I was listening to Troy talk, and next thing I know, I'm falling asleep again.
There you go.
So,
thanks for having me, though, and take care, everybody.
Take it easy. Bye bye.
Check out my reviews.
Always. Absolutely, my friend.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Take it easy.
Always.
Yes.
I'm actually surprised I haven't scared off Sin yet tonight. I've been in rare form. Well, let's admit it. Tonight I've been,
Nothing new.
Lots of money are using their wallets to make the U.S. as radical as possible.
Yeah.
People who go out and do this stuff, it's like a badge of honor. Yeah, and it's like all the trolls on the internet are doing this stuff in real life. Let's destroy, let's cancel, let's everything just for the lols, right?
Yeah.
And you can walk away from X or Facebook or whatever. You can't walk away from life and the world and your community and the United States. I've been telling Mark here in the chat, this is the last hope. If this country falls, where do we go? There's nowhere to go to. Which is probably why Elon is working so hard to get us to Mars.
Get your ass to Mars.
No, I disagree, Lady V. Troll lives don't matter.
Do any lives really matter in the grand scheme of things before the vastness of the cosmos?
Hey, Dosmers.
Are you going to press the button and release Harvey Cthulhu? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying you should be grateful I don't have access to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
I'd like to remind you, in case any in the chat don't know, everyone on my channel refers to me as the Prince of Darkness. You shouldn't put anything past me.
Yeah, that's true.
Good night, Netter.
Good night, man.
Love you, Netter.
Night,
Night,
Netter.
I'll try to be quiet when I come to bed.
Carl says, become a Marxist. I don't mean Carl, I mean Groucho. Whatever it is.
I could get behind. Oh, I'm going to steal that, Raven.
Yeah.
I like that. That is good.
Good night, my love.
That's a good
I love
one.
you
That
too.
would be Troy.
I guess I'm sure they figured that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Groucho.
Now, just because I'm terrible at names, that's the Silent Era's comedian, right?
No. This was not Silent Era. It was kind of like right around the time, like the what do you call it? Three Stooges, and
Okay.
yeah, they were talkies. Yeah, in fact, they were very talented, not just comedy, but music too. So you'd have this very funny film, and every so often there'd be like these musical interludes, kind of not quite variety showish, but that kind of element. It gave you a little break. I kind of like that. Yeah, he's the guy with the cigar and the mustache.
Yeah. Okay, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
I've actually
Yeah,
played
that.
Groucho in a theater production of Animal Crackers.
Nice.
Yeah, it's funny. I was mentioning how, one of the big problems is that Hollywood doesn't have movie stars anymore. Like, look at a guy like Groucho. Excuse me. Once upon a time, before my time even,
Right.
you had to be able to do everything. You had to be able to sing. You had to be able to be funny. You had to be able to be dramatic. And because of that, we have these, legendary names like Groucho, like Boris Karloff.
Yeah.
I could go on and on and on, like the Stooges even. And I'm sorry, there's nobody in movies today that holds a candle to any of those people, in my opinion.
I feel like the acting talent still exists. I mean, we just watched The Departed last night, and I'm looking at, the Wahlbergs and not so much Jack Nicholson, Leonardo DiCaprio, all these other people that are like, wow, just amazing. And then I joke about Jack Nicholson. I say that because one of the things I said last night, Jack Nicholson never plays a different role. He always plays the same role, so I assume he's just playing himself. That's not acting, in my opinion. But they are so good at what they do. You look at the varied roles that they do, and it's amazing. But what makes a Hollywood star, or always did historically, was how they presented themselves when they weren't in a film, when they went out and they met the public, when they went to the galas and all that kind of stuff. And before a certain time, there was always gossip about what they did in their private lives, which wasn't always very nice, but their interactions with their fans was always nice. They never insulted. And those that didn't stay popular very long. We're seeing a lot of that now, as people are massively turning away from Hollywood because so many of them are so abrasive to their fans.
Yeah. A great example of that. Anyone remember Elvira?
Mm-hmm.
You mean what's her name?
Mistress of the Dark?
Peterson?
Oh, I love her.
Peterson?
Yeah, Cassandra
Yeah.
Peterson. Yeah. Mhm.
No, she
Yeah.
literally screwed up
Mhm.
on social media and stuff. And it got so bad that when she was on The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob,
Yeah.
Joe Bob Briggs on
Yeah.
Twitter, they couldn't even call her Elvira. They
What
they
did
didn't
she
even call her.
do? What did she do?
She decided to take a political stance, and said how, if you vote a certain way, I don't want your
Oh,
vote
I hate when they
anymore.
do that. They
Yeah.
alienate half of their fans. It's so stupid.
She came out as a lesbian and decided that all men that male gaze her and everything are all worthless and just stay away. And it's like, well, that's your whole fan base,
Right.
That was her whole
That was
career.
something that she
It
played,
was her whole
played up
career.
to.
That's you know what? That's it, Christoph. The hypocrisy, because it is her whole career. That's what every dollar she has came from those men that she's now pissing all over. And so Netter always used to be a big fan of hers. I had and you guys that follow me for toy related commentaries know I'm not a 6-inch action figure kind of guy, but I had a pre-order in for an Elvira 6-inch figure for Netter when all this stuff hit, and I'm like, cancel. And I know she's not going to notice it. I was also getting her comic book. I canceled that too. And I literally went out of my way to order a different comic book just to continue supporting my local comic book store, because I didn't want him to lose sales because I was not, supporting Cassandra Peterson. But I think that's supposed to be converted to lesbianism.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Look, that in and of itself, I don't have a problem with. I mean,
No.
she should have played that up more in some of her movies. It probably would have helped. But look, turning on somebody because that's how you decided to go, well, you're on your own. Your audience is going to be a few lesbians now. You're done.
Yeah. Again, she went on to a streaming show on Shudder, which is a sub-streaming service of a sub-streaming service.
Yes, it is.
And she couldn't even use the character name. She literally was herself. And it's like, yeah, that's when it's done. You can't even go on to a sub streaming show.
Well,
with your
Shudder.
character.
When you say sub, you mean it's like a sub of Amazon?
AMC.
Sub of AMC. Oh, yeah.
Shudder,
Okay.
Shudder is owned by AMC.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
then there's... Yeah,
I
exactly.
think I remember when she was on that show, but I don't remember much about it. No, Spicy, I don't, personally. Just wanted to address that. So I don't like it when people like... her name's Cassandra, right? Cassandra
Peterson.
I don't
yeah.
like it when when people do that. When they just generally what I hate, what I have a low tolerance for is just assholes, and they can be men or women.
You're so right, and that's just it. It's anybody who paints with that wide a brush. If you got a problem with a particular man, well, okay, that's absolutely fair. If you suddenly hate all men because of that, I'm sorry, then you're the asshole.
Yeah,
and
flip it around. Would it be okay? It's not okay to project anger about something that happened regarding a woman to all women.
Right.
That's not all right either.
Yeah, I mean, for starters, it's painfully ignorant, and secondly, it's like Troy was saying. All it's going to do is tick off half of whatever group of people are listening to you.
Yeah,
or
more, because this is something I've said too, and I guess it's what encourages me. It's the little white pill in all of this, is that for all the strife, all the anger, all the hatred for this group, that group, the other group, there's always people out there that rebel against it, right? So for every fourth wave misandrist feminist out there who hates all men, you've got someone like Netter saying, yeah, she doesn't speak for me. I have no problem with men in general. I happen to be married to one that I love very much. And that just makes me love her much more.
It also pisses me off because I have many men in my life who I love dearly. I've got my husband. I've got my two brothers. I've got my dad. I've got a son.
Right.
So when you talk shit about men, you're talking shit about these men that are very special to me. So I have I really have zero tolerance for that sort of attitude.
And that's exactly why I think so many, both men and women, bristle at terms like toxic masculinity.
Oh, I hate that term.
It's the first time I heard that term was from a male feminist, and I was like, you may think something about you is toxic, but hey, I was born this way. For all this, I was born this way, you got to accept me the way I am. Well, guess what? I was born masculine. You got to accept that. I kind of put him in his place because it makes it hard for you to come back against that, because it's like, well, wait a minute, you're just defending, you got to accept people for the way they are. Well, this is the way I am.
If I can lighten the mood slightly here.
Sure.
My grandfather, he fought in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Very conflicting, difficult situation. And he told some pretty risky race jokes, but he always said that the most lazy person on the face of the earth is a bigot. A bigot will just look at someone and immediately decide they don't like them.
Yeah.
However, if you give people a chance, if you get to know them, they'll give you plenty of reasons to hate them. So don't be lazy.
It's absolutely true.
Don't be lazy. Find out why you detest someone, and then you can hate them. Don't be a lazy bigot.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Well, I'm not lazy. I use extra commas when I don't mean to. That's how not lazy I am. Oh, toxic man. I like that. That's clever.
I'm
Okay,
amazed.
he used 2 commas. He has to go. This will not be allowed on my channel. How?
Man down.
Punctuation and grammar are important.
How dare you, sir?
That is fair. No, I could understand that. That is fair, because that bothers me too.
As long as we can all agree on double spacing, I think we can find the common ground and unite.
What's the agreement, though?
Yeah.
When you are writing anything out on typing, you hit the space bar twice. You double tap.
You mean after a period?
I do not do that anymore. I have definitely grown accustomed to not doing that anymore. That was how I was taught, in typing.
Is that what we're talking about? 2 spaces after the period?
Yeah, they're doing away with that now. And now it looks weird when there's 2 spaces. To me, now it looks weird.
See, when I am doing any kind of formal writing, I still do the double space. The problem is you can't do that on social media because you are limited to how many characters.
Oh, well, like on Twitter, yeah.
Exactly. I don't put in extra spaces. I even shorten words and stuff. I hate
too, and I hate doing that.
Thank you. That's exactly how I feel. Yes.
I detest social media so
I
far.
know.
I've pretty much gotten to the point. It's like, you know what? I literally get on X and Facebook just to put links to my videos, and as far as I'm concerned, all the drama, all the wars going on over there, y'all can go to hell for all I care. I'm done being a freaking tap.
I hate everyone equally and give them the chance to win me over. That actually is fairly fair, I shorten everything and expect
everyone to adapt.
It's a good motto.
She says I shorten everything and my knees just went together.
Sashi, I agree with the first half of that sentence.
I hate everyone equally. Period. Full stop.
I'm sorry. I'm a student of H.P. Lovecraft.
No lives matter. Yeah, we know.
Exactly. Tell you. If I offend you, prove me wrong.
Well, and here's the other thing. It's like the old saying, if don't take life so seriously. Nobody's getting out alive, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, unless the Chinese come through with something.
Oh yeah. Well, but I'll tell you what, that whole cure for AIDS using CRISPR was all a lie. So.
Yeah, true. That was a Golden Girls reference, by the way. I'm just going to defend myself there. That was a Golden Girls reference.
Mm-hmm.
I love that show.
I don't know. I feel like cue up the Queen tune, "Who Wants to Live Forever."
Well, I mean, once upon a time, our ancestors told stories of how actually immortality was a curse.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, look at the legend of the Wandering Jew, right? It was a curse from God to have to wander the earth for eternity.
Yeah. Everyone wants to be a vampire until you actually read the original legends, and it's like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and not in a good way.
Eh? It's a party or a mosaic. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. So, it was a person I used to work with that everyone was afraid of. Someone said they found that person intimidating. I said, when you get to know them, yeah. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, we have truisms and sayings, and we don't pay attention to them quite enough. Don't judge a book by its cover and so forth.
Sometimes covers can be very useful, is the counter argument I would use to that.
Well,
the reason I fell in love with the works of H.P. Lovecraft was because of cover art that made me give it a chance.
That's a commentary on marketing. And this is kind of what I've said to all the people that are like, well, you got to watch the movie to see if it's any good. No, I don't.
Right.
That's what trailers are for.
I agree.
That's what reviews are for. Mm-hmm. And if you fail to get across to me something that entices me, then you don't get my money, and I'm probably not the only one.
Well, it's like, so I've gotten in some debates / arguments with people about that sort of thing. Like if I say I don't like a movie or whatever, like let's say a movie I haven't seen, and I know I'm not going to like it because I know what it's about, I know what's in it, I know all that stuff, and I've been told, well, you how can you make commentary on it if you haven't seen it? Like not judging a book by its cover, and how do you know? And I was like, I don't need to open a porn magazine to know there's smut inside.
That's why we buy it.
Exactly.
You walked right into that one, Sid.
I know what's in it. I don't need to open it up to find out.
Before anyone else does it, Stormy Daniels.
I shouldn't have said that, but to me that was a perfect explanation for why I don't want to open this up, because I already know I'm not going to like it. So
I mean, you don't
Can avoid pass on this one.
Yeah, there you go. You don't have to go on Google and open up the internet to know it's full of porn. That's what the internet is for. It's for porn.
Exactly.
And everyone's a little bit racist sometimes.
Sir, I'm a very racist, okay?
There you go. Let's get back to Stormy Daniels. Yeah.
Stormy Daniels?
If we're going to talk about a porn star, can we at least talk about an attractive one? There are many. Okay, I can't think of any by name.
I am announcing at this time the beginning of my OnlyFans page. And
the sad thing?
Only do that in incognito, Spicy Peach says. Yeah, exactly. This way you don't have to erase your porn, your internet history later.
No, I was gonna say I actually do know a couple people who have OnlyFans accounts, and the funny thing is they're the nicest people.
Yeah,
they're not that bad.
I left deleted scenes out on that limb all by himself, but the fact is I know a lot of people that are in the industry too, and for most of them it's just a job, and they happen to enjoy it, and behind the scenes they're just normal, nice, wonderful people.
It's It's kind of like the marijuana industry. I don't know how many of you are where you are. Here in Colorado, though, it's legal here, and it's funny because everyone thinks like all these pot shops are owned by these little shaggy, stoner dudes.
Hey, Scoob,
They're
we got
not.
another customer.
They are owned and operated by the most uptight, formal, serious business suit people you will ever meet. They are the opposite of what you expect someone to be running a pot shop.
Wow.
And that's kind of how it is with a lot of people in the adult industry. Let's call it that.
We call them
They're not.
I got that. I got that joke.
I'm disappointed in myself for not getting to that joke before Shadow of the Raven did.
Yeah, that was a good one. Okay. So full disclosure, I think everybody knows that I'm a big Trek fan, and I've got a lot of Trek props and costumes and so on and so forth. And
you?
Yes. That's not the amazing part, though. Like I said, know a bunch of people in the industry, and one of them was doing a adult Star Trek themed photo shoot and asked to borrow some of my props. So I have some of my props in some dirty pictures online somewhere.
Did you take them back?
Yeah, I cleaned them all.
To be honest, depending on context, I might not have wanted my memorabilia back.
No. I
Boldly going where every man has gone before.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Ask Mark. He'll tell you. I even have a Klingon marital aid just because I thought it was funny.
Was it
I don't
Stormy
know what I
Daniels?
expected that sentence
No.
to end with, but it was not that.
Riley Reid branched out
too bad.
to. Oh my God! Why?
I'm so hard watching.
I would never have thought to Google that.
No.
I'm still not going to Google that.
No. Did the props go where no one's? No, the
I'm
props.
sure plenty have gone there before.
The
so.
props. Just to be clear, the props were not used in an
Oh, they were
intimate
just-
way.
Oh,
They were just
okay.
window dressing. The costumes
Oh.
came off very quickly, and then it was just they were background items.
Mm-hmm.
I completely believe you.
I did when I lent her my my 3D chessboard. I said, none of these pieces better get lost anywhere.
Oh no. It's funny. I've been
Watch the
saying
YouTube
to be-
A YouTube channel that was on the way to being very successful.
Yeah. Then I invited Troy on.
Then I fucked up and brought up a porn star on his show.
Well, that is true. You did start it. That is
That
true.
was your show, man.
And yes, Mark, it was ridged for her enjoyment.
Troy, help me out here. What's that Bible verse about reaping what you sow?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
If you
I'm pretty sure it's in
get
there
one on the
somewhere.
head.
In fairness, it is silicone and not really sharp, but
Really
But,
sharp?
well,
That's
you
an
know.
odd clarification.
It's gotta be Klingon tough, right? Oh, okay. Let's not get crazy here. Even Klingons have their limits.
Are you sure.
Oh boy.
Uh,
Oy.
yes, Spicy Peach. There's a niche for everything. That is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Isn't there an internet rule something or other that there,
34? Rule
There-
34? If it
there's
exists,
a porn
there's
for everything or something? Yeah.
I think that's
I'm sure there
34.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rule 34.
Human
If it
free males
exists-
are too fragile. That's right. That is very
It-
true.
You know, the worst part is that there are things I could say, but I also can't.
You can say whatever you want. Netter went to bed.
Yeah, if I were going to be demonetized now, I think they would have. I mean,
Well,
Sashi
I heard
confirmed Rule
worse.
34.
oh, I could give you my worst. I will give you my worst. So, when I was much younger, I've always, by the way,
I wasn't. Now I gotta find it.
So, for those unfamiliar with my channel, there's a joke I constantly reference my dead girlfriend. So there was a girl that I knew, and I was very close to her, and she was a sadomasochist.
Yikes.
And the reason that I remember her when you mentioned it's not very sharp, or not really sharp, I think is what you said. There was one time I made the terrible, terrible mistake of challenging her pain threshold.
Oh boy.
And I'm not going to say names, and I'm sure I'm going to conveniently lose my internet here in a few seconds. Wink, wink. But she decided to prove me wrong by taking some photographs for me. Remember, using a Bowie knife.
Oh man.
And everyone in this chat is old enough to know exactly which end she used.
I would imagine, yeah, given the
Lord.
context, yes.
She has been dead for over 16 years, and she still scares the ever-loving hell out of me.
Wow.
And I missed her every day.
Wow. Holy cow. Okay, that
right.
tops anything I said tonight.
Did I win?
You definitely
Yeah,
that one
yeah,
stuff.
you win.
Yeah, you win the oh my god of the internet tonight.
Yeah.
For the week.
So happy.
Jeez, man.
And I am never going to be appearing on this show again.
Well, the nice thing is it's so late, people won't remember most of the details. So it's,
How many people do
Wasn't
we
that
have
in that movie
watching
7?
the stream right now, guys? I'm curious.
well, I think we were at 75. Now we're down to 3.
Got him.
They're like, "Are you guys not talking about Stormy Daniels anymore?" Okay, never mind.
No,
Yeah.
someone did bring it up again.
Yeah.
You win a date with Stormy Daniels. There you go.
Hell no. Oh, Pearl. Dang it.
Oh
Hold on a
gosh.
second. Can I get the monetary value?
Okay.
Oh.
Gosh. There you go.
Welcome to Deleted After Dark.
Oh God.
I just have one thing to say. Fuck you, Hefner. I'm the man.
Okay, there you go. Okay, there you go.
All right. No. Enough of that. All right. No. All right.
Oh.
You didn't do that. You need to have a pipe.
This coast to coast is weird.
And this is why
Somewhere the ghost of Art Bell is going, how dare you compare your show to mine, you son of a bitch. All right.
No, somewhere the ghost of Art Bell is going, I wish I could have gotten away with that crap.
we
I
are
don't know.
either all first or all last. One or the other is happening here.
I can't move my legs.
Lexi, are you okay?
Get up and walk around, son. Yeah. Don't die on me. We have a show to do, man.
And
You guys,
I'm just really high right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And speaking of marital aids, have you guys seen the meme of Rey in the Millennium Falcon with the lightsaber? Where she looks at it like she's interested, and then it goes
I am.
away, and then she's got that look on her face. Well, I tweaked it so that all of a sudden the light beam is coming out of her mouth.
Oh, jeez.
Deleted After Dark is a good title for this stream lately. Be honest, I have been thinking about a name change, and I'll explain why. And I did come up with this title kind of at random, and then I had forgotten that there was a book and a movie that was called The Other Side of Midnight.
Yes.
Yeah, and so I don't know if it's just too late for me to change it, or
Well, you're
It's never
51
too late to
episodes
change.
in.
I don't know. I'm 51 episodes in, so
I'll tell you what, though.
Mhm.
Deleted After Dark does have a nice ring to it. I think people would be disappointed when they get here and it's not what they're expecting, but it might get people in the door at least.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I
Remember,
had like
the first 30 seconds are the most important.
Right,
Yeah.
that's true.
After Dark, more like the dark side. Yeah.
Sachi, Stormy Night.
Why did I not think of that? Why did I not
Oh,
know that?
gosh.
Dark and stormy.
A
night.
dark and stormy night. I was thinking-
Yes.
As the Prince of Darkness, I can promise you all the best cookie.
It totally does,
Deleted
doesn't it?
after dark side.
All right. This is
Yeah?
I don't know. Dark and Stormy Night has me thinking Stormy Daniels in a BBM type video.
oh my god. All right.
False advertising. Stormy
Well, what do you
weather.
expect on YouTube? You can only get away with so much. Come on. If you're looking for the really spicy stuff, you gotta, put on incognito and go to those other channels. The hubs and the reds and the things. And the
Yeah.
fans.
All the guys in this stream are just being quiet, trying to not expose themselves, and Troy is just in here naming off everything.
Yeah. So
I'm not gonna say what.
Oh, yeah.
great. He's
Oh
gone.
no! Man down! Man down!
Man down.
He was
Let's
exposed.
send Stormy on that room.
Says the guy who says he doesn't know who Stormy Daniels is.
Mhm.
We're storm chasing.
Oh my god.
Yes. Oh my gosh. These are the best puns I've ever heard.
This episode of The Other Side of Midnight,
Fundraiser
you'd be so
for
drunk
deleted.
right now. Oh.
The fact
Other
is,
Side of Midnight, 31 now. That's a drinking game.
the fact is, it probably wouldn't cost a lot. We probably could do a Kickstarter to get Stormy Daniels in a movie with you.
Okay, be honest. You almost just said kick fucker right now.
Yeah,
didn't
that's what.
Exactly. Well, actually, that actually would make a lot more sense, wouldn't it?
Oh
That's
my
the
god.
mindset we're in here, folks.
Right.
you? Yeah.
Can you get arrested?
It's been a perfect storm.
I know exactly what Sin is thinking. She's thinking, I used to like this Troy guy. I thought he was okay.
Y'all are fine. It's just like this conversation isn't doing a thing for me.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just here
sorry.
listening. I haven't deleted it.
I'm sorry. I know. Okay. Yeah. Let's bring this back a bit. And there was there was a question in the chat for Sin back when Equalizer thought she was Jill. Yeah. So I know. Let's kind of forget about 2025 because I think most movies are probably going to be pushed back to 2025. Is there anything like coming up that you are like looking forward to as far as the upcoming film slate Is there something? Is there something that's out there where you say, "Oh, I have got to see that in theaters"?
Oh. It's a question for all of us, right?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
It is
Oh,
now.
Oh, okay.
Starting for you with you. Yeah.
Nothing that I'm just like super pumped for.
Mhm.
I'm interested in stuff, but there's nothing that I have huge expectation about or anticipation for. I mean, I did make a video of my top 10 most anticipated, but it's not like this. It's not like the same level of anticipation and excitement that I felt before Dark Fate came out. I was so pumped and excited for that movie. So, and I've discovered that a lot of the films that I've been super excited for, they've been disappointing. So I feel like that, I don't know, that that level of anticipation and eagerness has been muted somewhat because of those experiences. So, and a lot of times I'll go into something not expecting much, and I'm very pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoy it. And those are like the best. Those are a lot of fun. That's how I felt with Godzilla -1.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. If I had to say a movie this year for me was a disappointment, not necessarily bad, but a disappointment, was Dune Part 2. That could have been so much better.
Yeah, I know
And
there were a lot of people really loved it, but a lot of people also had issues with it that make complete sense to me. So.
Darth Plato is saying the Karate Kid remake. I don't know that it's necessarily going to be a remake, because I know they have this movie coming up, and this is what I don't understand. And maybe Troy can clear this up for me, because you're a little bit in the know about this one than I am. Isn't the Jackie Chan Karate Kid movie a movie in the Cobra Kai universe? So how can they put Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan together then?
No, there hasn't been anything that has established that there's or there's nothing in lore that says that Jackie Chan Karate Kid movie is a film within the Cobra Kai universe. Of course, we don't know yet because we haven't really gotten enough information about it. But from everything that we've seen, fans are assuming that the Jackie Chan Karate Kid film takes place in the same universe as the Ralph Macchio Karate Kid and Cobra Kai and all of that. So the assumption is that there is going to be something that brings Jackie Chan into contact with,
maybe in the 6th season.
No, like it's going to be in a movie. I don't know if the last season is going to, set a stage for it. But yeah, it's going to be a movie in and of itself.
Because my understanding was, there's a scene where one of the characters is watching the Jackie Chan movie and says, "Oh, nothing like that would ever happen." Or something like that. So that's why I assume that it was very a movie
easy
in their world.
I think that's very easy to retcon away, because Jackie Chan obviously has movies that they could be watching. And that could just be another one of them. But it does look like they're setting it up to be, a crossover sort of situation.
Okay. I guess I had that wrong, I guess.
I'm not. I don't have any. I don't plan to watch that.
I have not
at all.
I have not yet seen Cobra Kai, even though I have like the first 2 or 3 seasons on DVD. I never got around to them.
Oh, you've not watched them?
I haven't watched it. No.
I finished the first season finally last year, and I'm going to try to watch all of them before the last season comes out. I'm also trying to catch up with the boys and watch Gen V. before all that comes
Great
out.
show.
Yeah, I've heard it's good.
No storms on the horizon. No.
Oh
No.
no, Troy.
Normie's,
No, I'm just reading what
Standard.
what
Oh, I
what
didn't
what,
see
what
that.
E. Clay
And
Thompson
yeah,
said.
and hello,
Yeah.
E.
E.
Clay
Clay.
Thompson.
I did
Yeah.
see you in the chat. I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I didn't want.
I was actually just looking to see what has been announced for 2005 and
Nope. It's a big nope on Avatar for me.
No.
yeah, same here. In fact, there's a lot of movies that I'm like,
Equalizer, I did. I reviewed it. The review came out, I think Friday. I saw it on Thursday.
So I kind of put my 2005 list together. There's one movie I am interested in, and 3 that I'm intrigued by, but I need to see more as that is assuming they even happen. So the movie I definitely want to see is Larry Boy Begins. Any of you VeggieTale fans out there have heard of Larry Boy?
Oh,
And those
okay.
that haven't wouldn't know.
Okay.
I don't think even Netter knows that Larry Boy Begins is coming out. Yep, that was the other one I was going to say. I am tentatively interested in Tron Ares, especially since I heard that Bridges has signed on. That gives me some hope that it might actually be good, and it might give some closure to the dangling storylines. If it doesn't, I won't be interested and I won't go see it. Same with Highlander, the reboot with Superman guy. I'm interested in that. Yeah. I am interested in that. Yes. It just depends. I'm going to wait until, certain people go and see it and review it before I decide whether I'm going to go see it or not. And the last one, if it actually happens, the Passion of the Christ Resurrection.
Oh yeah. They're filming that now, I think. Aren't they?
That's
I
yeah.
thought they've been filming, or
They may have done,
there's
yeah.
been talk of that for
Okay.
being filmed forever. So I don't
Now-
know where they really are.
Going back to Highlander for a second, have they
Sure.
announced who's playing the Kurgan?
No, they have not. There
Because, I
have
mean-
been, huh?
They are being oddly hush-hush about who's in the cast, even.
Yeah, the only one that's confirmed is Henry Cavill as the Highlander.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're at in the process. If it's still in pre-production, that would imply that it may or may not even happen. So with the exception of Larry Boy, all these others may or, well, Tron Ares is happening. There's no doubt about it. But the Passion and Highlander may or may not even come to pass. So we'll see.
So, Christoph, while we have you here, I mean, you go under the vagrancy horror. What have you seen anything in recent, like Late Night with the Devil or When Evil Lurks or Skinamarink or anything like that? What are you digging right now?
Honestly, it's kind of funny. The last thing I went and saw in theaters was Godzilla -1. And I've kind of retreated from the whole films and pop culture thing, really, honestly, to focus more on my channel and my own creations and stuff like that. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know any movies that are actually confirmed are gonna happen in 25. Like, this is the first time I've even heard that they're doing anything with a Highlander anymore. I'm not really a guru with this pop culture stuff. I'll say I've heard people say that there's a sequel to Beetlejuice that's supposed to come out in a couple months, and
Yep.
It comes out September 6th.
Yeah.
yeah, they're having a Beetlejuice movie come out in September. Anyone else notice the problem with that? Or am I alone on this one?
What, that it's not October?
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
on earth? Like, yeah, no.
Well,
But-
we're more than halfway there.
I know.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I've never been, someone to get into the weeds about movies and stuff like that. It's just hearing that.
Yeah, he's pretty much confirmed. Yeah.
But
But they haven't
no,
confirmed
they
anyone
said
else,
Snow White was-
and that's what's concerning. Now, the
Well, I
whole
was gonna-
Snow White thing, they almost have to release that movie and try and make some of that movie back, and make some of that money back. The production cost, they're not going to make it back, but and as to whether or not they actually are reshooting that whole movie, I wouldn't be surprised. At the same time, that's the problem with Disney is just not learning, and none of the studios are learning right now because they're putting hundreds of millions of dollars into these movies that just come out like generic.
Yeah.
They're just mostly generic, and that's been my one complaint about most of the movies I've seen this year. I mean, even the ones that I've kind of dug, I go, kind of generic, wasn't it? And there's maybe a few movies this year that I could really recommend to anybody. Late Night with the Devil's probably still the best movie I've seen so far this year.
That's a pretty good damn.
That's pretty good. Land of Bad is really good. That surprised me.
That was fun.
There's a movie that I saw on VOD. I think it was last weekend called New Life.
Oh yeah. I've heard
That's
that one.
fucking fantastic.
Hmm.
Nobody knows about it. But it's far from generic.
Yeah. Guys, I'm starting to have trouble. I think it's on my end.
Okay. Well, we can still see and hear you.
I think
so.
I'm starting to have trouble.
Okay.
Okay, good. I can barely hear you guys. You keep cutting out, actually.
Oh, is anybody else having issues hearing
No,
me?
I think it was
Okay.
him. He was like kind of
Okay.
freezing a little
No.
bit and not matching up
Okay.
with audio and video.
Well, it is also actually pretty late here. I was going to say I think it might be time for me to
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Yeah, this is usually the point in the show we start wrapping things up anyway. So,
But before I go,
okay.
and I have my finger on the button so I can run away like hell because I'm going to probably need to. Just remember, boys and girls, Stormy Daniels.
That's
you were
fair.
gonna do
Good night,
that.
everybody.
Good night. Oh, that was fair. That was a good exit. Yeah, that made sense. That made sense.
Okay. Good night, Equalizer. Take care.
Yep. Take care.
Okay.
Night.
This piece is here. Y'all just fine. Your internet is divorcing you, Christoph.
Yeah, exactly.
Clay Thompson is bringing up a movie I've been hearing a lot about lately. I saw the TV Glow. He said it's a pretty good movie from this year.
I was interested in this, and then I heard someone, I don't remember if it was Chris Gore, or I don't remember who it was, but someone compared it to, they said if you don't like David Lynch stuff, you probably won't like this. So I was like, dang, okay.
I saw a story earlier today that was saying that Twin Peaks fans especially would dig it. Which to me is a plus. I go, okay, great.
Yeah, if you're a fan of Lynch, and so I'm not, so that makes me be like, I don't know. know.
Yeah, but
I don't know if I'll like this then.
at the same time, that also has me a little bit worried, because is it a movie that could be relative to the films he's done, or is it just a movie that's just trying to ape the movies that he's done? You know, so there's that problem too. You know,
or is it a whole different brand of, you know, weird that people might misinterpret as being Lynchian? You know?
Yeah. So I when it comes to I saw the TV glow, I'm cautiously optimistic. I do plan to see it when I get the chance. I don't know if it's going to be a theatrical release or if it's VOD or not.
It is. I'm
It is
seeing it like on the Regal app and the Cinemark app. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, maybe it's going to be the movie tomorrow night. Who knows?
Oh, well, I don't know what the release date is, but that would be interesting. I would feel like I'd rather watch that than the Amy Winehouse movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not. But we'll see. We'll see. And we'll see, folks, tomorrow night, because Sin and I and we're going to have a special guest with us tomorrow night.
Yeah, hopefully you'll make it.
Who's a friend of yours. So, yeah. That's...
Yep, Paul from Off the Cover. And
Off the Cover,
speaking of Paul, I'll be on his Thursday evening live stream at 7.
Oh, right on. Okay. Stormy Daniels gets a Snow White.
Always back to that.
I mean, considering what I've seen of who they've currently cast and how she's been with all the fans, I'm not necessarily thinking this is that much worse.
Is it weird?
Why is the Boston Dynamics dog in your...
I noticed that too. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Fletcher Williams makes most of my thumbnails, and basically he's done a number that are have this aesthetic to it, because I basically just told him, when it comes to the midnight show, just do something that looks like it would fit in with Blade Runner.
Yeah, it looks like Blade
Runner. It works.
Yeah, some noir thing, and so he thank him, because he's the one who creates all the thumbnails. And the one that he did for this show, I like this one quite a bit for a number of reasons. So, yeah. So the special guest is not Stormy Daniels. No.
But it could be.
Oh, stop.
If you make a large enough donation, you know, in the super chat or super thanks, you know, we'll start a bring Stormy Daniels to Deleted Scenes channel fund.
Oh, no.
Just keep in mind that anything that, you know, we raise that we send to Stormy Daniels, of course, will ultimately end up going to Trump, because she owes him.
Dear diary, keep your mouth shut on other people's
a lot of people's money someday, because they're gonna have to go to get an alcoholic.
Everything gets wet when it's stormy. Oh, Mark. I'm guessing Julie must be asleep. She let you on the computer tonight.
Oh, good. Okay.
Bye, Carl.
Yeah. Let's we're wrapping this up.
Wrap it up. Yeah.
Yeah. You know. Well, most people would be dead.
Yep.
All right. One more around the horn here. Connie, what do you have coming up?
Connie?
I just posted some bird shorts between last week and today, last few days, so they're up already. I'm planning on doing a video on some of the new equipment I got. Granted, it's small, but it's workable. And that's it for right now.
Right on. Bill.
Oh, we got the usual stuff. We got the final wrap up of Fallout.
Yes, we
Watching,
do.
reviewing commentary this Wednesday, and then we got the action theater where the Great Escape on Thursday there, and then Saturday we're doing another one.
We have 12 strong on Saturday.
Yeah, 12 strong.
And then Western Cinema Presents for next week.
Yep.
Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid with James Coburn and Chris Christopherson, directed by Sam Peckinpah and co-starring Bob Dylan. So,
Yep.
yeah. All right. Sin.
The main thing is the live stream tomorrow with you after the mystery movie. And then I have a live stream on Wednesday with Sound Booth Theater. I'll also be streaming to my channel. We're going to be discussing 3 movies: Excalibur, The Big Lebowski, and Face Off. And then next Monday, another stream with you. Also on Thursday, I'll be on Off the Cover. I don't have any sort of review planned at the moment. I'm going to go see a few movies this week, so obviously at some point after that, I'll put a review up. That's all I can think of right now.
Troy.
Yeah. So tomorrow, well, later tonight, I suppose, at 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Monday night at the movies. Film from 2004 called Troy. Yeah, I think that's the name of the movie, Troy. By request from a number of my followers. And of course, Tuesday, you'll talk about Tuesday and live from Sparkwood in 21. But as a follow-up to that, on Thursday, Netter is having a guest whose channel is Obnoxious and Anonymous, and his channel is David Lynch and Twin Peaks in particular themed. So yeah, it ought to be great. We'll be talking with him, talking about his fan film and the Kickstarter he's beginning for another fan film, both related to Twin Peaks. So that'll be Thursday. Friday, last call, 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Aged Boomer and I will be doing a James Bond retrospective with special guest, subject matter expert Michael French of Retro Blasting. I think it will be a blast. And that's all I've got this week.
All right. That moves it on over to me. Of course, tomorrow night, Sin's Corner, Off the Cover, and myself will be reviewing the mystery movie Night at the Regal. Tuesday night, Troy, Netter, H. Boomer, and myself for The Other Side of Midnight. Wednesday, nope, sorry, not The Other Side of Midnight. I'm drunk. No, I wish I was. Live from Sparkwood in 21. Wednesday, as Bill said, I'll be joining him at 7 p.m. for the season finale of Fallout. Thursday, of course, will be Action Theater with The Great Escape. My weekend update program will be at 11:30, and you'll find out what I'm going to be doing from there. And joining us right at the end, Dadman Walking. Good to see you, sir. The Other Side of Stormy. Yeah, we've started something. Okay. I may as well go ahead and Well, there's a reason Netter left early. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. All right.
Sin has more constitution than Netter. Is that what you're saying? She could put up with more stuff.
Oh, Lord. All right. Do I still have a channel? All right.
When you met Stormy Daniels. Once.
No, Jacuz. All right. I want to thank everyone who joined us on the panel. Connie Clary, Sin's Corner, who will probably never want to do a show.
I wouldn't blame her.
Troy Pacelli, who I'm afraid will be banned from my channel after this evening.
I don't blame you.
Jedi Bill, sober up, damn it. We have shows to do, son. I want to thank Gary from Pop Culture Minefield for joining us. Chris off the Vagrancy Horror. Big Al Presents. And of course, everybody who was with us in the chat, who stuck with us through the whole show. There were,
Thank you.
we had at one point up to 61 people watching, and we still have 56. So yeah, this was
Nice.
pretty good turnout. Pretty good
It's
turnout. All right. And congratulations on Connie. She's picked up some new subscribers during the course of the stream. Please, everybody,
Good.
if you are not subscribed to everybody who is on the panel tonight or in the chat, please do so. Hit the like, share out the stream, subscribe to everybody's channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notifications. And if you are already subscribed, please make sure that you are, because YouTube likes to unsubscribe you without your permission. Connie picked up 2 subscribers tonight. I've lost 2 in the last couple of days, so please make sure that you are in fact still subscribed. All right. From HQ and all points, north, south, east, and west. Good night. Take care. Stay strong, because this is how we win. There we go. Should I end the stream or keep going for another 20 minutes?
Depends on how much watch time you need.
Exactly.
Well, before the show, it was 152 away from 4,000.
There you go.
Oh.
Thank you all for watching. We're out. Good night.